Teams. So let's take a look at Teams. And believe it or not, I'm going to actually speed up a little bit. So sorry about that. So if we go into Teams, a couple big highlights here. Over here on the side, you have the default stuff, but you can also add apps to this. So if you press add apps, you can look for different apps that you might use. So if you use monday.com, you can add it in, so you can search for that. There's some others that come built in pre-installed. So if you use the ... these are some that are pre-installed, like Planner. So if you're a big Planner user, you can click Planner and you can actually access it from within Teams. If you're using it a ton, you can right click on Planner and you can press Pin. My favorite app in here has been recently the Meet app. So if I hit this ... and I look for Meet, it's right here, or I can search for it. I can go to the Meet app and I'll pin that. And so what this does is it shows me my upcoming meetings across the top. And if I'm like, oh shoot, I'm running late, I can click my little chat with participants. Fortunately, it says it's not available for that one. So let's chat for this one. And I can say I'm running late right from here. You can set reminders, reschedule. So I'm running late. You also, so this is like a kind of a quick launch. Then down here, you can see recent. I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger here. So I have all, and I can see all these recent ones, and I can like view recaps and chats and such. I also can look just at meetings that have content or just at meetings that have been recorded. So there's none that are recorded in here. But if you record like, just a handful of your meetings, you can come in here, just look at recorded. It'll show you all the recorded meetings the past 30 days and give you a really easy way to get to those recaps. Now, something that a few of you may have noticed is that there's a new experience for Teams channels. So here you can see I have these chats. And then below that, I have these channels. This used to be under a separate tab called Teams. If you want that back, you can hit this little ... and then hit Customize View. And here, Viewing Chats, Teams, and Channels. It defaults to Combine now. You can change it back to Separate. While we're in this view, you can see that I can do things like control whether message previews are shown or not. I personally always like a message preview on. You can have filters and Copilot and Discover. So there's lots of other settings in here for that view, comfy or compact. So now that I changed that from combined to separate, you can see I have chats and then I have Teams here. So that has re-separated that out. Now that I'm in my Teams here, so I have this chats and I have favorites. I could say, Patty, I want to move to favorites. So now I have mine and Patty in that favorites. I could also say, so for Grady, I want to move to, and I want to create a new section. And this is like my team. Maybe you want to make a section for just your team and you want to move people under that. Now, when this first came out, the first thing I did is I made a group for every single team that we had. And I'm like, this is going to be awesome. But then I found that having it not organized by the most recent person I've talked to was super annoying. So I undid all of that and I have favorites with just 7 or 8 people. And then everybody else I keep under chats. So I would caution you a little bit in making all these groups. It can be hard to see, who messaged you last kind of thing.